Okay, ready when you are.
Alright, so this is our presentation for our video game idea, Cosmic Force.
Remember what I know, I keep to myself.
So, the idea is for the game to be a first-person shooter that combines Bungie's Destiny with Valve's Counter-Strike. Now, as a result, our USP builds off of this idea, so it's basically the idea is for it to be an arena precision shooter with hero shooting mechanics. So it's like a combination of those two things.
Our game is inspired by games in the early 2000s with a modern twist. This builds on top of our unique selling point.
You take on the role of the hunter-killer drone, an elite agent that dispenses justice across the system.
So our media influences, we've taken a lot of influence from sort of satirical 80s films like Just Dredd and Robocop, and we've also taken influences from Bungie developed games like Halo and Destiny.
So the mission level, which is a high class yacht, is you are boarding the yacht from this little section down here, which is the energy monitoring terminal area, and you need to make your way throughout the yacht, taking out enemies and hostiles and scavenging ammo from them if you need it. But to get through the maintenance hatch, which will be located around the stairs, you need to take out the hunters or the predators, which will be in this area and this area, and they'll give you key cards to get up the elevator and through the maintenance hatches to proceed to save the hostages. And then this is just our icons for where things will be and what won't be integral. And this is just a rough block out of things, and just a little video.
The video also? Okay. Should I do the video? Should we do the video? Just
Energy monitoring area. Just a room. Another room with just a bedroom kind of thing. It's a bit jittery here, bathroom with a shower room in it.
And then I think it's bridge here somewhere.
No, this is outfit upstairs. This is the entertainment area with the bar and stuff. Weird floating plant, I have no idea.
And then I think captain's quarters somewhere around here, isn't it? Captain's there.
This is the bridge with a nice viewing area on the back of our space as you're going along, with the terminals and all that.
This is a hunter-killer model. It's the main character of our game, developed by peacekeepers to dispense justice.
The mechanics of the game are designed to be used quick and effectively. It's designed so that you can swap them out if you needed to, or use them to stop that.
You're using to like, sort of stop players, you know, and the enemies like getting to you and stuff. So yeah, it's basically it's all about just sort of making it fast tactics, seamless fun gameplay loops, and just that's the focus of the game.
Okay. The enemies in the game are an amalgamation of robots, humans, and aliens, which have come together to commit crimes such as boarding this yacht. The first enemy up here is the Grunt, which is the most common enemy you'll encounter in the game, which makes use of a shotgun, and they try and close the distance as fast as possible to kill you. They're not hard to take out, but in large swarms they can be quite difficult. Then we have the Elite, which tends to hang back behind the Grunts, and its basic sole purpose is to remove your shield, leaving you vulnerable to the Grunts and their shotguns. And then we have the Predator, which is a tank. Most of the time it'll probably be by itself, because it's more than enough challenge for the player if their abilities aren't prepared and they don't have a plan of action before they walk into the room.
These are some of the weapons. Your basic weapon that you get wherever is the plasma pistol. It works much like a normal pistol, but can be overcharged to instantly shred the shield of any enemy it hits. Then you have the shotgun, which is a fully automatic shotgun with incredibly short range, which is designed to basically kill any enemy you run up to, but basically just one enemy at a time. And then you've got the basic assault rifle, which is mid to long range, slow firing, just generic damage dealer.
This is our demographic section, so
Yep. We're currently looking at developing the game for either.
yeah, between a C2 and a a D to C1
Yeah.
standard release.
Yeah, sure.
Shown here on the board. And then we've also got just a second one in case it was crowdfunded, we have different copies between C1 and D. And then this is just a little section basically to say that it's a male focused game because it's a shooter. It actually shows you the ratio, and then this shows you kind of as you saw the other slide, the other one is the same kind of like shooter rate breakdown between male and female.
Oh, we also outlined two different ways of releasing the game. One that appeals to a younger audience and one that appeals to an older audience.
Basically what it means is basically the idea is that if it was the younger audience, we can go for more of a predatory system with the microtransactions. It could be more about seasonal content like Fortnite and more about that sort of like slow bug patches and stuff. But if it's more older audience, they're going to want map packs, new campaigns, overhauls, and that means the monetization needs to reflect that. So like £40, no, like £20 expansions, etc.
That's the end of the presentation.
Okay. Okay, so Will, can you tell me more about the USPs of the game? Unique selling points.
It's more to do with the fantasy of the character that goes around and is basically your boss. Enemies don't want to encounter you. So things like Doomguy or Judge Dredd or other characters along that sense.
So how would you make that stand out from other games? So how is your character different from, say, Judge Dredd or whatever, do you think?
One of the things is he has obviously shield, which can be discharged like those all like Master Chief, and the Destiny character, but unlike those characters, he has the health as well, so that can be chipped away at by the enemy, so you need to replenish your health over a period of time. So it'd be like, so it has the health and shield, and then also with you being you've got the precision shooting mechanics, but with the hero abilities like you see in Overwatch, so it's like you're kind of like almost like an overpowered zealot, but if you get your shield stick down, you can just get dropped instantly by any enemy.
So the weapons you showed there, how do you think you can make those weapons more sort of in kin with, like, you know, if it's assuming a position-based shooter, you're talking stealth, are you, or what?
Precision shooter, more like I would say more like Counter-Strike, or potentially something like more like Counter-Strike. So the weapons like more like mouse to keyboard is intuitive to the players.
Okay. So Ronin, I didn't really get what sort of the look and feel of it was. What's the look you're going for? Is it cartoony? Is it realistic? What is it?
I'm pretty sure we were going for like a realistic look. I think that's just the way the model sheets were designed. But I did, when I was designing my character, Bailey, I did have a realistic look in mind for this robot.
Yeah, the same with my grunt as well, more realistic. I think it's just everyone's art styles are different.
So the question is, how are you going to make that consistent?
Oh, just give it to one person to redraw.
Okay. What was the main platform of delivery?
It was going to be PC.
Okay.
And I think it's the sort of the same idea behind. I think it's like it's like they only take 5% of your profits if you go Epic Store with the Unreal Engine as your sort of like what you used to make the game on. So if you go PC, you're going to make a lot more money early on. That then gives you a chance to expand later into console markets with that initial fund.
Okay, so Aaron, how does the gameplay get harder?
Gets harder as you go through the map.
In what way?
Like you spawn on the bump floor, is it?
Yeah, well,
And then as you're going through to collect the key cards to go to the top, the small running enemies are a lot easier, but as you get to like the predator and that, you get to like slow you down and just try and kill you.
Okay. And Connor, how would you make it a franchise, do you think?
oh, I didn't like this question. Well, for a franchise, we would obviously plan for a sequel, like after the game and all that. Like some new villain would come up who's or criminal who's a bit more like clever and smarter, who might have an like ally inside the police force, who could just and like stuff like that, and like probably like merchandise from all that as well.
So, tell me a little bit more how you might expand on the whole space shop thing. Any thoughts about that, or?
I was going to have the space shop to be like a smoke, like they captured it, they took the shop to be a smuggling type thing, and then I would have the yacht. You probably end up having to go through different ships at some point, so how that elaborate, and then you could go to like the bases of these criminals.
Okay.
But or like other places like cities and massive like different environment stuff based on like smuggling rings or just
Okay.
basic criminals doing stuff.
Okay.